He is Earth's older brother, a gas giant whose gravity dictates the trends of the entire solar system. We are used to thinking of him as our protector, a giant shield that constantly takes the blows of cosmic wanderers. But what if our bodyguard is actually a sleeping monster whose secrets are far more terrifying than we could have imagined? Are you ready to go where no earthly device can reach? To the very heart of Jupiter, where the pressure turns rocks into liquid, and the familiar laws of physics break like dry twigs. Thanks to the infrared eyes of the James Webb Telescope, we saw Jupiter in its true majesty for the first time. It's a boiling ocean of ammonia and hydrogen sulfide, where giant auroras burn brighter than on any other planet. Did you know that the Great Red Spot is actually shrinking? Recent data shows that it's getting taller, as if it's trying to break out into open space. The Juno mission confirmed that the roots of this storm go 500 kilometers deep. In 1610, Galileo Galilei had no idea how enormous the object he discovered was. Centuries passed, we built more powerful telescopes and sent spacecraft into space. It would seem that now we truly understand what Galileo was looking at. But here's the paradox. The closer we get to Jupiter, the less understandable it becomes. Jupiter is not just gas. It's a giant chemical laboratory that hides surprises inside, overturning old theories. Scientists are now sure that there is no solid surface inside Jupiter. Instead of a solid surface, there is an ocean of liquid metallic hydrogen. Imagine millions of tons of a substance that conducts electricity and creates a magnetic field so powerful that it extends 7 million kilometers toward the sun. January 2026 brought sensational news. New models combining data from the Juno mission showed that Jupiter contains 1.5 times more oxygen than the sun. We learned that the Great Red Spot is not just clouds. Deep measurements showed that the temperature at the center of this storm reaches 1,300 degrees Celsius. As recently as February 2026, scientists recalculated the shape of the planet. It turned out that Jupiter is slightly smaller and more flattened at the poles than we had thought for decades. And now imagine, somewhere in our solar system, there is an ocean so vast that all the Earth's seas look like tiny raindrops compared to it. We will have to make a suicidal jump into the very heart of Jupiter. Breaking through the dense layers of ammonia clouds, we will fall for thousands of kilometers until the darkness becomes absolute. And the pressure will turn the gas into a thick, scorching mist. And right here, at a depth of about 10,000 kilometers, it begins. The greatest ocean in our system. But don't rush to get your swim trunks ready. The thing is, this ocean isn't made of water. Under the tremendous weight of the giant's entire atmosphere, ordinary hydrogen undergoes a terrifying transformation. Hydrogen becomes liquid metal. You won't be able to swim here for several reasons, fatal reasons. First of all, the temperature. Any matter that gets here instantly turns into vapor. Secondly, the density. Liquid metallic hydrogen is so dense and viscous that you wouldn't swim in it, but would be instantly crushed to a point the size of an atom even before reaching the surface. And finally, the heart of the electric monster. It is the rotation of this wing, this colossal metallic ocean, that creates Jupiter's magnetic field, which pierces space with deadly radiation. Jupiter is not just a ball of gas. It's an ocean planet, but this ocean is alien to all living things. You've probably wondered, what if we could build a platform right in the clouds of Jupiter and just go for a walk? Let's figure it out together. Gravity on Jupiter is 2.5 times stronger than on Earth. If, let's say, you weighed a comfortable 80 kilograms on Earth, then finding yourself in the upper layers of Jupiter's atmosphere, your scale would instantly show 200. Imagine that 2 adult men were suddenly put on your shoulders, and you not only have to stand but also walk, breathe, and hold your head up. On Jupiter, your heart would weigh 2.5 times more. Would it be able to pump such heavy blood up to your brain? Most likely no. A person would lose consciousness from the blood draining from their head faster than they could admire the view of the Great Red Spot. Your bones, joints, and spine, all of that has evolved. On Jupiter, every step would become a risk of breaking a bone just from the weight of your own body. And now, let's take a look at Jupiter's most recognizable feature, the Great Red Spot. The latest observation data had scientists clutching their heads. This monster manages to get thinner and grow at the same time. We're used to seeing it from above as a flat red oval. And here's what we've noticed. Over the past 150 years, this oval has been shrinking rapidly. If in the 19th century it could fit 3 planets the size of Earth, today it can barely fit 1. The Juno mission and the Hubble telescope in 2024 and 2025 revealed something incredible. While the edges of the storm are shrinking, its top starts rising. But the most exciting thing is its roots. We realize that this storm is not just a thin film on the surface. It goes 500 kilometers deep into the planet. Down there, there's unimaginable heat that fuels this skyscraper of clouds, making it spin at 600 kilometers per hour. Before us is a living example of how a planetary scale changes the physics of familiar phenomena. A storm on Jupiter is not just weather. It's a perpetual engine that transforms the planet's internal heat into pure fury, visible even through an amateur telescope from your backyard. We're used to searching for intelligent life on Mars, peering into its dusty, reddish deserts. But what if we've been looking in the wrong place all this time? What if the real cradle of life is hidden not on planets, but in the shadow of a gas giant, on its icy moons? The moon Europa. Beneath a 30-kilometer thick shell of ice lies an ocean with more water than all the seas on Earth combined. New missions such as JUICE and Europa Clipper are already on their way there. We're not just looking for bacteria, we're searching for an answer to the question, are we alone in this icy darkness? Let's be honest, life needs 3 things: water, energy, and the right chemical cocktail. And Jupiter's moons have plenty of all that. Take Europa, for example. It's probably the most intriguing place. On the outside, it's a lifeless, icy shell covered in cracks. But beneath that ice, which is 30 kilometers thick, there's a global ocean of liquid water. Today, we know for sure, tiny Europa has twice as much water as all of Earth's oceans combined. And this water hasn't frozen for billions of years. But why? Because Jupiter acts like a giant heater. With its gravity, it literally kneads its moons like a piece of clay. And this friction creates internal heat. Ganymede is the largest moon in the system, and it's bigger than Mercury. It has its own magnetic field that protects it from radiation, and even deeper layers of salty water. And there's also Callisto, whose ancient ice may hide stable conditions for microorganisms. That's why in 2024, In 2025, 2 major missions were sent to Jupiter, JUICE and Europa Clipper. They will be looking for organic molecules that are ejected into space through Europa's geysers. We're not just looking for little green men. We're looking for evidence that biology is not a unique accident of Earth, but a universal law of the cosmos. Friends, your support means a lot to our Hubble channel. Every action you take helps us move further into this endless darkness in search of answers. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Tell us in the comments what else you would like to learn. We carefully read your suggestions and will definitely make a video on the most interesting topic. The journey into the endless expanse of space is just beginning. Give us a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And from us, you'll get the freshest and most exciting news from all across outer space. So, our descent into the giant's atmosphere is coming to an end. But the questions it has raised for us will stay with us for a long time. We have learned what Jupiter is hiding. Beneath its striped facade, there is no solid ground, only the chaos of a dissolved core and exotic chemistry left over from ancient collisions. We also discovered the largest ocean in the solar system, and we realized that it's not water but an ocean of liquid metallic hydrogen. We studied the latest data on the Great Red Spot, and we saw how a storm the size of Earth manages to shrink in width, but at the same time grow taller, rising into the atmosphere as a giant cloud skyscraper. And finally, we understood why Jupiter's icy moons are our main beacons in the search for extraterrestrial life. The energy of gravity in the oceans hidden beneath Europa's ice make this world the most promising site for a discovery that will change everything. Explore space with us. Until we meet again in the endless expanse,